It's easier than ever and more affordable to get around town with EGB Transportation. With their $5 local rate share ride, Joshua Roach and his team of drivers can take you where you need to go. Whether it's shopping, running errands, visiting friends, EGB Transportation can take you there safely in their well-maintained and clean vehicles. EGB Transportation offers private taxi rides and private charters, and airport services are available for an extra cost. EGB Transportation offers a flat rate for all its transportation services. With EGB Transportation, you'll know the cost before you ride. EGB Transportation also offers school and daycare services. They'll pick up and drop off your children at home, school, daycare, or any location you choose. All of their staff is fingerprinted, background checked, and is drug and alcohol tested. All vehicles are checked for sleeping kids. Call EGB Transportation at 478-304-1827 or 347-279-4997. EGB Transportation.
Hi everyone, we'd like to welcome you to Real Talk. I'm your host Pat Terrio, and we are here at the beautiful West Lawrence Raiders gym with the head volleyball coach and basketball cheer coach, Tammy Horn. How are you doing today, Tammy?
Good, thank you, Pat.
You know, we're so glad to be out here and to really highlight what you all are doing, the great things you're doing out here. All right, now tell us a little bit about you, because we know you're an athlete.
I grew up in Illinois, and I played basketball, volleyball, and track. And I went to college in Minnesota, came down here, and I've coached basketball and volleyball down here in Georgia, and now I am the head volleyball coach here at West Lawrence.
Very good, and you're also teaching as well.
I teach economics and world history.
You know, economics is one of my favorite subjects, minus the world history part.
Right, I understand that.
So you're dual-hatted, well, you actually quadruple-hatted here.
I am.
All right, let's talk about this squad. Let's talk about this, the volleyball squad here.
We have a great group of 21 girls playing volleyball, and we have 9 on the varsity and 12 on the JV. And we have played, I believe, 9 matches, and our varsity record is 4-5, and our JV are 5-1.
How competitive is your schedule this year?
It was a little easy at the beginning, and we're really starting to pick up. Last night we played a match that was point for point all the way, and they didn't struggle. It was the best volleyball we played all season. So we're looking good as we're starting our region playing next week.
Oh, wonderful. And so, you know, what areas are you all working on to really kind of improve? Because, you know, as time goes on and as each match goes on, you kind of see the areas that you really need to concentrate on.
We're really working on serve-receive, and our serving is not struggling, but it's somewhere we can always be better. And our coverage on our hitting has been...
That hitting right there?
Right there, right. If we had a nice little block there, that may not have hit you. But
well, volleyball's not my sport, so that's probably why I didn't see that one coming.
Right.
All right, now how young is your squad?
We range from 8th graders to seniors. We have two seniors on varsity and 2 on JV that were brand new. The two JV seniors are brand new this year, and they've been on the starting rotation. So they picked it up really fast. And then everyone else has been in the program for a while. So the squad is young, but we're really pushing to be very competitive.
Yeah, so you've got some depth, even though they're young. And you definitely have to have some athleticism
Absolutely.
to be playing volleyball.
It's nonstop. It is on your toes, pushing every second the whole time. So they're really in shape. They are really on the go and working hard.
What kind of regimen do you all have to kind of get these girls prepared, to get them physically fit and mentally fit?
Well, mentally fit is the challenge sometimes, because when you get down, the whole team has to rally around you to pick you up. So it's really a team sport. We work hard at practice. We did 2 weeks of camp and then 3 weeks of open gym to prepare for the season this year. And during practice, we're constantly moving.
Yeah.
And we run afterwards and just try and keep in shape that way too. Ball.
You know, I'm going to get one of these balls eventually.
Right.
Now, you know, I think, and it is very important to off-season have that, you know, making sure that they're constantly moving to stay fit, because you can't be stagnant with this sport.
Right. And we're challenged by that daily, but we're doing, you know, they really work hard. So I'm proud of them.
And what would you say your coaching philosophy is? You know, because you coach several sports.
Right.
And so what would be, and also being an athlete.
Right. It's to constantly keep learning. It's not to stay stagnant, as you said. It is to prepare and to watch other teams play so that you can see what they're doing that you might not be doing, so that we can play on that part or pick something up they haven't done or that they're doing so that we can pick it up for ourselves.
Absolutely. You say you're going into regions.
We are.
Regionals. And so does it seem like it's stiff competition? Have you been able to kind of do the research?
Well, we've played 2 teams in our region already and won those 2.
Yeah.
I think our top competition is, of course, veterans in Macon or Warden Robins, and then Perry. They've played Perry in the past, and you know, we're competitive. So I think we'll be in the top 3 or 4 in our region out of 7 or 8, and then as we play out of that, we'll move to other areas of Georgia.
Very good, very good. And you know, volleyball is such a great sport, and these girls seem to be having a good time.
I hope so. We try and make it as fun as we can, and but yet still keep the competition level going.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I definitely want to get out there and do a little something.
Sure. We can get that.
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate you, Coach, for everything that you're doing here on the volleyball court, as well as cheering and also in the classroom.
Thank you so much.
Tammy Horn, everyone. And we've got Miss Catherine Ryder, the junior varsity volleyball coach here, and you're definitely not a stranger to TV 35.
No, not so far.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too, Pat.
You know, we talked with Tammy, and she kind of let us know about the varsity squad and certain things. We want to talk a little about you and talk about the JV squad and how that competition has been this season.
Okay, I have an awesome group of girls this season. I've got 12 girls playing for me on JV this year, 2 that are 8th graders that are playing up to JV. This is their first experience playing volleyball, and so far they're doing a really, really great job. They came out for camp this summer, and they've improved a ton. Their serving has gotten better, their passing is better, and I'm really excited about them becoming freshmen next year and getting out on the court a little bit more. Unusually, I also have a couple of seniors playing for me this year.
Wow.
Which is really great.
Yeah.
They are very mature, they have great court awareness, great presence on the court. They're pretty calm customers, which is really good for me.
Yes.
The reason I have 2 seniors this year is this is their first time going out for volleyball. They're newbies to the sport, and they've improved immensely since the first day of practice. They're both great servers, really great on the line. They have good hits. They just do a great job for me, and it's been an awesome experience having a couple of seniors on the JV team.
And too, that leadership helps too.
Very much so. I have a great captain this year, Peyton Dennis. She's a sophomore, and really great all-around player. Great server, good hitter, very good in the backcourt. She's just a really great player. I really have an awesome group of girls. I really can't complain at all. We are 6-1 so far this season.
Excellent.
Just 1 game, only 1 game.
That's
and
awesome.
actually that game went to, that match went to 3 games.
Oh, wow.
We won 1, lost 1, and then came back in that 3rd game and lost by just a couple of points. So my girls have really performed very well this year, and they're just really proud of their season.
And it seems like they're working really hard.
They are working very hard, but the most important thing is that they're having fun.
That's
so
important.
That is really important, because if it's not fun, you don't want to be out here doing it. So they really have a great time.
And how is it for the ones, you say the ones that are their first time out, you know, playing volleyball, as opposed to the ones who are more veteran players? Do you see that teamwork where they're really helping pick the other one up to help them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is, I mean, even out on the court, of course, I've got veterans who are playing for me and starting. And I've also got some first-time players who are starting. They all play really well together. The main thing getting out there is really the communication, that they're talking to each other when they're out there, that they're keeping each other encouraged, and they're keeping each other up during the game.
Absolutely. And all of that is so important to make a well-rounded team.
Yes, of course.
Because it's not just being able to physically play. Mentally, you have to be prepared, as I talk about often.
Yeah, we talk about focus a lot. You have to be focused on what you're doing in the moment, every moment of the game. So we don't worry about what's going to happen 2 minutes from now or 2 plays from now. We need to play the ball that's coming at us right this minute. And so that, you know, they've got to be in the moment and be present right now.
And so your coaching style, what would you say your coaching style is? Because you're an athlete, we know. And you know, we athletes tend to sometimes be pretty tough and sticklers about certain things.
We are.
Certain fundamentals, for sure.
Well, and that's one thing that I definitely stress as a coach is fundamentals. I want them to be able to pass well and to pass properly. I want them to be able to set well and set properly. We work a lot on timing, on really the basics of service receive. That's one of the most important things in serving. I mean, those two aspects of the game, if we don't serve well, we can't win.
Right.
If we don't receive the ball well and pass the ball well, we can't win. So those
Mm-hmm.
are the things we really concentrate on, those fundamentals that are really important. Some of the other playing styles, as far as, set up plays and doing these other things, that will come later in the season, and they'll certainly get that more when they get to varsity. But I feel like my job as the JV coach is to help Tammy as the varsity coach and give her some really good players and to grow that team.
Absolutely, and a good team has to be fundamentally sound.
Yes, very much so.
Fundamentally sound, and it seems like your girls 6-1.
Yeah, we're doing a great job.
They're doing a great job.
They are.
And have a great leader to boot. All right, well, we're looking forward to you actually teaching me a few things.
Great.
I don't know why everyone's laughing when I actually say that.
Well, you did really well over there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Volleyball is not my strong suit.
Okay, well.
But I will try anything.
Well, we have quite a few basketball players that are playing, and a couple of soccer players as well that are on the team. And my thing is, athleticism is athleticism.
There you go.
If you're a good athlete, you should be able to pick up on pretty much any sport that kind of comes your way. Volleyball is similar to soccer. You have to track the ball.
Yes.
You're watching the ball. You have to know your depth perception. Is it going to be short? Is it further away? Where do I need to adjust? Staying on your toes all the time. So basketball is very much the same way. Your hands are up. You're playing the defense. You're doing some of these other things. So the nice thing about having some of those athletes is that those skills are so transferable to other sports, so that you can. So they're easy. It's easy to teach them those new tricks.
Well, I am going to be a willing student.
Okay.
We'll be back, everyone. Thank you so much, Coach, for everything you're doing.
Thanks.
Catherine Ryder. We're here with senior Reagan White. Hi, Reagan.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing very well. Now, Reagan, we want to know all about you.
I'm a senior at West Lawrence. I play volleyball. I'm 16 years old. My parents are Al and Brandy White. I go to church at New Richland Baptist. I used to cheerlead, but I gave it up for volleyball.
Gave it up for volleyball.
I did.
So volleyball, how long have you been playing volleyball?
I've been playing volleyball for 4 years.
4 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Now, is this something that you think you want to continue in college as well?
Yes, ma'am. I want to go to college to play ball.
Now, have you already have your aspirations as far as which school you want to attend?
I think so. I think Middle Georgia.
Nice. And majoring in what?
Medical. So I want to go to medical school.
Very good. So you're a brainiac as well as an athlete. Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Now, what things have you been doing in the community? Have you been getting involved in the community? I know you're involved with your church.
Yes, ma'am. With the Humane Society, some recycling. That's about it. No, I mean.
But you know, that's very good, especially at your age, because it's important to give back, and it's very important to do things within the community, because that goes a long way.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you consider yourself one of the leaders here on the volleyball team?
Yes, ma'am. Me and Claire are captains.
Now, what kind of things do you kind of instill within these girls to kind of motivate them to do better?
Always have a good attitude. Always be excited, even if the situation is bad. Always pump up the person. Let's see, what else? Just always be extremely excited and happy, no matter what.
That is awesome. That's a whole list of things that you have that you instill within these girls. Very good, very good. And it seems like you're having fun doing it. I know your coach talked about, that you're learning a lot of things, but you're also having fun. And you seem to be having fun.
Yes, ma'am.
And keeping busy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Reagan White. And we've got Claire Mitchell, who's the co-captain here for the volleyball squad. All right, Claire. We want to know what your leadership style is like out here on how you help these girls.
Well, especially during games, when they're tough games, when our nerves are kind of, on the edge.
Right.
We just try to keep people calm and cool and make them have the best attitude possible.
And so that means you yourself have to have a good attitude.
Right. 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 That's good. You have to pump up yourself too.
You have to pump up yourself. So besides being out here playing volleyball, tell us, what do you do? What do you like to do?
I play soccer. That's my main sport, but I love volleyball. I've been playing volleyball since 10th grade, so 3 years. Soccer will be 4 years. I go to church at First Methodist in Dublin. My parents are Johnny and Christy Mitchell, and I have 2 sisters.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the middle.
You're the middle child.
Yes.
All right. And tell us, what do you want to do after high school?
I do want to go to college and pursue soccer, but I want to major in biology to become a pediatrician.
Very nice. So you have some great goals, and you're setting a wonderful example out here for the other girls to follow. Now tell us this, so you're playing soccer, so soccer's your main sport.
Yes, ma'am.
What things do you take from soccer that you incorporate with volleyball? How do the two, as far as your work ethic as an athlete, how does that translate on both?
Well, both you have to have a lot of hard work. You have to put your time and effort into it, and you still have to have a great attitude for both, because it takes the whole team to have a great game.
I'm so glad that you said that, Claire, about having a great attitude. You know, because you see so many athletes, you can see some that are so talented and so skilled, but their attitude is not so good.
Yeah, an attitude can kill a team.
It can, and it can cause games, and it can cause you to actually be able to excel in whatever that sport and field is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're so thankful to have you out here, and that you all are doing such great things, and the things that you're able to teach these other girls just by the example that you live.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
This is Claire, everybody, 15. And we're here with Miss Peyton Dennis, a sophomore here on the volleyball team. Peyton, now you've been playing volleyball.
Yes, ma'am. 2 years.
2 years. Now, is this your main sport, or do you play other sports?
Soccer's my main sport. I've played it for 13 years, and then this is my second year playing volleyball.
Wow. So how's that transition been for you?
Well, I'm a goalie, so it's helped a lot with my handwork and eye. So you can tell more in my goalie skills.
Absolutely. So what is your what position do you play here on the volleyball?
I'm a hitter and a digger.
You're tough then.
Yes, ma'am.
You are really tough. And you know what? I've noticed how you guys have to get very low. And your coaches tend to work on fundamentals quite a bit. Now, do you consider yourself one of the leaders here on the JV team?
Yes, ma'am. I actually got captain this year.
You got captain this year. So what does that entail for you?
I have to keep all the girls uplifted, even if we're having a rough day. I just try and build them up and try and encourage them and everything.
And what about those that don't have such a nice attitude? You know, you all have only had one loss.
Yes,
and I'm
ma'am.
sure that had to have been tough.
Well, it was tough for us, but I didn't want anybody to feel like it was their own fault, because we are a team, and we win together and we lose together. So I just try to tell them that every dog has its day, and we have our days to win and we have our days to lose.
This is so cute. Every dog has its day, girls. Suck it up. That's awesome. And so tell us about your family.
I have 2 older brothers, so I grew up with that, and it toughened me up a lot.
That's why you're the goalie
Yes, ma'am.
and the hitter. Yeah.
And my parents are separated, so I have my mom and my stepdad and my dad, and they're really strong. Like, they keep me motivated to do everything I do.
And you know, that's so important, isn't it?
It is. They're at every game. I mean, they've never missed my stuff, and I'm so appreciative.
She's giving her kudos and shout out to the parents out there who are definitely there in support of her. That's great. Now, are you doing any stuff within the community to really reach out?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in Anchor Club and FCCLA, and I wanna make a difference in my community.
Look at that. You're a 10th grader. You know that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're like, I want to make a difference in my community. All right. And so what are some of your future goals, some things that you want to do in the future? Because we know you still have a few more years in high school. They're going to go by really quick, though. You know that.
They are. I'm trying to get everything together. I want to be a psychiatrist, or a youth psychiatrist, because I know teens, like, a rough start, like, it's when you're going through everything. And I want to really help teens, because I mean, I know it's a rough time for me, so I want to really have something to do with the youth.
So even when you get older, you're going to be giving back.
I want to.
Well, we're certainly proud of what you're doing here on and off the court, and we want
Thank
you to
you.
continue to doing great things.
Thank you.
All right. We want to see you out there on the soccer field, too.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have today for Real Talk. And as you guys can tell, these girls are working hard. And you saw me out there spiking the ball. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know, volleyball might be my new sport. But then again, that was the JV team. So hopefully next time I'll be on the varsity squad. We want to thank you all so much for watching these girls and support this team because they are doing wonderful, wonderful things on and off the court. Thank you all so much for watching Real Talk, and please keep watching.